Hello, everyone. Derek Warnick here, joined by Scott Kober. Say hello, Scott.
Hello, Scott.
There you go. We are just going to go through a really quick run through of what CMEpalooza is going to look like on the day of CMEpalooza. So this should only take about 5 to 10 minutes, I think. We're going to post it up on the website for people to see. If you do have any questions about anything at all related to CMEpalooza or not related to CMEpalooza, feel free to ask them. I am going to turn this over to Scott, who will tell you how you can ask your question.
Sure. So thanks, Derek. And I think we're both really kind of looking forward to this. It's what, 7 days away, 8 days away at this point.
Something like that.
So for people who have not viewed anything in Google Hangout on air before, this is essentially exactly what it's going to look like. But there's going to be more than just Derek and myself, obviously. We're going to have our full panel on here. So if you want to ask questions during this broadcast or during CMEpalooza, it works exactly the same way. There's going to be 3 separate ways to ask questions. There's a Q&A app if anyone is watching this in the Google Plus window. You can use Twitter to ask us a question using the hashtag CMEpalooza. Or you can also use the MedPage Today text line. There's the number. It's 267-666-0CME or 0263. So what I'm going to do really quickly is send a text to show you just how easy this is. So here's my trusty little phone. And texting a question. How smart
This is riveting video right here.
you guys? Question mark. Send. So, the message has been sent. It'll come across to both Derek and I. We'll see it instantaneously. So during panels, as you're kind of going through this, if you want to send a question, any of those 3 ways are going to work. And both Derek and I will be moderating separate sessions. We're going to be kind of trading back and forth. So we'll be keeping an eye on the questions coming in and intersperse with our panelists and talk about them at different times. So we already got one question. It's not really a question. It's a hi there. So someone has figured out how to ask a question in the Google Plus window. So
Fantastic. So I am going to attempt to take us all right to the actual website. Share my screen here. There we go. So obviously, if you are watching this live, you have already figured this out. So it's kind of a moot point for you, but for those of you watching on the archive version, this is how you will watch CMEpalooza the day of the actual Palooza, so October 15th. You'll come to the website, CMEpalooza.com. You'll come over to the link aptly named Live. And if you just go down a little bit, you'll see a little video box there. And I am going to tempt fate by actually hitting the play button on here. And there we are. Whoa. Great. As you will see on here, be part of the conversation. Click here to join the audience for this Hangout on Air. If you click on that, you'll actually be able to go to the Q&A app. You have to have a Google Plus account or a Gmail account, one or the other, to be able to log in and ask questions that way. But this is where you'll come to actually watch it, and you can enlarge the screen, watch it full screen, that sort of thing. Now, the sort of tricky part with this, it's not really that tricky, but every session for CMEpalooza Fall is on the hour, and we will have a hard stop at 55. So the first session starts at 9. At 9:55, it needs to be done by then. We're shooting for 50 minutes, but we'll stop it at 55, and the next presentation will then get loaded. The next stream will get loaded in here. You will need to refresh your screen. Just hit the little refresh button, and you'll be good to go. And the next one will come up. We'll start it right at the top of the hour, and we'll move on. And so that'll be kind of the process that we'll go through. In addition, so that's watching the live one. In addition, so up at the top you'll see there's the fall page. If you click on here, currently this is where we have the listing of all the different sessions are on here. And so what we will do is once one session is over, it's almost pretty much immediately gets archived into YouTube. And at that point, we will try and provide a link on this page, right here on the agenda page, on the fall page, for you to be able to, if you come back even on that day. Our goal is to do it within 60 minutes of the end of the session. We'll see if we can get that done. It probably depends on how nuts things get. But at least within 24 hours, for sure, we will have links up to all of the archived versions of each of the sessions. So that's how it works. And here, just to give you an idea of what it looks like, here's the archive from the spring CMEpalooza. So you can see it's just the same thing, has the agenda, and right beside it, click to watch the archive video, and that'll take you to a page specifically where you can watch it. And that's pretty much, I think we will do the same this time around. So I think that's pretty, anything else you can think of I should show on the website, Scott?
I don't think so. We have a couple questions that came in.
Oh, wonderful.
That we might want to address. So someone asked, what happened to my thumb? So, I keep telling people either I was training for my next Ultimate Fighting match, or I was slicing potatoes on a mandolin in the kitchen and took a divot out of my thumb to make a quiche. So I'm not quite sure which sounds more manly, but it was one of those two. And then somebody also asked, can we use the applause and boo buttons beneath the video? If so, what happens? I don't know what happens. We don't see the applause and boo videos are only seen by people who are watching this. So if somebody wants to hit the applause and or boo button as you're watching this, that'll kind of let us know what happened, because I'm really not sure.
Yeah, we can turn those off. I noticed that when I was starting up the video. We can turn them off. They come on automatically, so I don't actually know what happens if we.
Okay. And the other question is it Casual Tuesday for the CMEpalooza demo? And I usually like to dress a little bit better for these, but since Derek said he was going to show off his favorite T-shirt, I think we're both wearing. I have my Captain Caveman T-shirt on. Captain
Caveman, Philly Fanatic.
Philly Fanatic. Yeah. So presumably, at least one of us will be dressed a little bit better on the day of the Palooza itself. I'm not exactly sure which one of us that'll be.
I probably will not be wearing a hat.
I would hope not. So no, I mean, this is good. So we had questions come in on the Q&A app. We had questions coming in on Twitter. We had questions coming in the text messages. So that kind of shows people, that you can kind of attack this in a few different ways
sure.
as you're watching.
And during the actual Palooza, as you said in your questions, Scott and I will be monitoring, and we'll ask the moderators, the panelists, that sort of thing. So your question will be put out that way. And probably most of them, I believe, will be doing it as the session is ongoing, rather than saving them all for the end.
Right.
So just to keep that in mind when you're participating. Finally, I guess, do we want to make some acknowledgments of our sponsors?
Yes, yes, please. So this slide lists all the sponsors, our gold, silver, and bronze level sponsors for CMEpalooza. Information about all of these companies is available on the CMEpalooza website. There's several videos kind of showing you a little bit more about a lot of these folks. So certainly, if you have a couple minutes, feel free to poke around. Thank everyone for supporting CMEpalooza. I think that's about it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's we're really thrilled to have the amount of sponsors that we got. It's been really great. And I would like to give out just a very small, quick shout out to Vivacity Consulting, who was the first one, Erin and her little consulting company, the first one to agree to be a sponsor for CMEpalooza. I don't remember if she was the first one who we got up there, but she was the first one to agree. So I wanted to give her just a special little mention for that. Excellent.
All right. Well, we will see everyone in about a week. And hopefully people have set some time aside to view the sessions they're interested in, and certainly people can watch it live, people can watch it afterwards, but we just hope that people watch.
Yep, and for those of you who might be watching this through the archive, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Scott or I through, frankly, any of those means that we've showed you already, other than the Q&A app. Obviously, that won't work. But you can text us, you can email us, you can tweet us, whatever you want to do. But we're happy to answer any questions. So other than that, I think that is a wrap.
Okay. And my artwork in the background, just for the question that came in this for quite a long time now. So I don't know. I can use my camera, so I like it. It's abstract.
How about my background? I think the artwork is quite fantastic, actually.
Yes, thank you. All right. Well, we will see everyone in about a week.
All right.